Hey guys, how's it going? Preparing here. So, in Path of Exile, a lot of players tend to pay for boss kills, and this really favors the players that are on top. Typically, players like me play a lot, know the game very well, have really good gear right at the start of a new league, and these players are able to, kind of snowball their wealth by essentially charging other people for their boss kills. And, there is some merit to this. Like, there are some builds that are just really shitty outside of a party, and to try to kill some of these bosses in a party, especially in a league like Nemesis, where they have, a life multiplier that goes crazy high in parties of multiple people, it can be really tough to do them with, like, pugs and shit. So there is some merit to them. But a lot of people, I feel, are just new players who, don't think they can kill the bosses without actually trying. And, it is a reasonable way to think, but, these bots have been killed time and time again. The strategy is there. Essentially, what you need is just some resistances and some know-how of how the boss works. So, for instance, when it comes to, like, Vol, you're going to need a good amount of armor so you don't die to the rocks. You're going to need capped lightning so you don't die to the laser. And for other bosses, like the newer ones, like Dominus, pretty sure you're going to want capped, like, everything, because you need fire for the first phase, you need, like, cold somewhere in there, and there's definitely a lot of lightning. So for some bosses, the gear requirements are a little bit more demanding than others, but overall, what I want to mention is, one, if you're getting rushed by these people, you're still going to want some of these requirements, or you're going to have to play 100% safe. So for instance, if you're doing Vault, you want to be on the level below. If you're doing Piety, you want to be outside Piety's room so you don't get hit by anything. Or you just, hop in and out of portals with the immunity. When you zone into a zone, if you don't move, if you don't perform any action, then you're immune to damage for 20 seconds. And this timer is shortened by the amount of time it took you to load into the instance. So sometimes it may show up as like 15 seconds or something. The reason I mention this is, I feel really bad when I see people, trying to pay for, like, boss kills and end up dying. It really sucks. Because it's not something you expect, and, it's kind of a system that really shouldn't be used in the first place in most situations. Now, I know I'm a bit privileged to have, friends who can kill stuff and decent gear, and, playing the game as long as I have. Some of these are pretty easy, so understandably, as I mentioned, there are some exceptions. But overall, it's really important to understand the game, grasp what it has, and all the rest, so you know what you're doing next time, and, people really want to kill the bosses for them, you can be the one doing it. The other side is, if you're the guy rushing, and I'll show you guys a pretty interesting example, you kind of got to be careful too. I don't do too many of the boss kills. One, it's not really fun, and that is the main aspect of why I play Path of Exile these days, at least. The other is, some bosses are pretty tricky, and I want to see just how, durable my character is. And this is definitely the kind of shit you do not want to do. And, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the near-death experience. And again, paying for boss runs, try to avoid it.
Oh, that's BS. Guys are such trouble.
Oh my god.
Rip.
Oh my god,
Oh
good.
my god!
I
That's
thought
what
I could
did
tank
last
it.
night.
I thought I could
Me
tank it
too.
with double flask.
Wow!
Wow.
You're so
How
fucking
low did you
lucky.
go?
Got so lucky!
Wait, what?
Holy moly!